But yes, it's me, Rabbi Sol, with you, doing some more stuff, because we just spoke to the delightful Andrew Lloyd Bachman. It's almost noon o'clock here in the neighborhood, and I am delighted to stay with you because only a week and a half away, we are coming to one of the most important holidays of the Jewish calendar. It's Pesach, or as you people like to say it, Passover. It's the one where we got out of Egypt. It's the one where we sit around at the table and we have the Seder. It's the one where we eat so much matzah that we can't poop for a month. Yes, Passover, my friends. So, Dave says, look, Sal, why don't you do our story time this week? Why don't you, as a lead up, as a lead in to the Passover holiday, why don't you do the reading of our story of the week? And so this is what I'm going to do. I love to look at the children's books and see what are writers writing about the Jewish holidays, about not for the grown-ups, for the adults, but for children. What ideas are coming at them? So let's take a look. How do you inculcate Pesach information, Yiddishkeit, into the youngins? This week, we'll be reading a Purr-Fect Passover. Yeah, you can smell the desperation coming off it. A Purr-Fect Passover by Jenn Waldman and illustrated by Erica J. Chen. Let me tell you a little bit about this book. When was this? It's an Apples and Honey Press. So it's specifically for kind of a Jewy thing, which is an imprint of Behrman House Publishers in Millburn, New Jersey. Oh, they got a theater there that's pretty good too. So this is only last year, 2025. I know you've been asking about this, but the ISBN number is different from the Library of Congress control number. So if you're taking notes, the ISBN is 978-1-68115-673-6. Make a note of it. Whereas the Library of Congress number is 202-403-2345. You got that? Good. Okay. Let us talk about a perfect Passover. One ear wiggles, then another. Passover is here. What the? All right, there's cats rolling over. Isn't it appropriate that we have an Andrew Lloyd on the show and now there's cats? One ear wiggles, then another. Passover is here. What the hell? A perfect time to celebrate and feel the springtime cheer. I think that's supposed to be a rhyme here. Here and cheer. Alrighty. The kitties clean the kitchen while inspecting every inch. So there they are, they're throwing cookies down the thing, the box of Honey-O's, which is chametz, they can't eat this. And then the cats are like, mighty noses sniff out crumbs, together it's a cinch. I'm getting the end rhyme, I'm not getting the scansion here. The kitties clean the kitchen while inspecting every inch. Mighty noses sniff out crumbs, together it's a cinch. All right. They decorate the matzah covers, painting with their tails. Look, that's pretty good. That's better than I was doing when I was 10 years old, or 20. They then leap around as artwork dries to wipe up drippy trails. You can see why they had to get a specifically Jewish press to print this crap. All right, maybe it gets better. I hope that. It's cute. Look, the cat has a little beret there. Oh, you know what song this makes me think of? Come to the cat beret, my friends. All right, I know you don't. I know. Kitties stack up matzah boxes as they help prepare all the special Seder foods they cannot wait to share. So now they got all this. Oh, look at these. Actually, this is funny. They got the gefilte fish with a little bit of the carrot on top. And I like, this is funny. Gefilte fish slips off the dish, but kitties catch them all. A speedy kitty scurries past to chase a matzah ball. And, ooh, look at that. See, it's like a ball of string that if you try and unravel a gefilte fish, You probably have one of the most disgusting things you've ever seen in the history of the universe. We're reading, by the way, a Purr-Fect Passover. The kitties lay a tablecloth that rolls out like a tongue. They set a place for every guest, for kitties old and young. So they're getting ready for the Passover Seder there. Not sure why the kittens are putting the plates on the floor with a filthy rug, but they're animals. Let's see what else they do. Oh, this is very clever. If you notice, the cats have wallpaper that's fish. I have nothing to say about that. I'm just making a notation for you. So you notice these things. Kitties pounce on pillows. Meow, the Seder has begun. Seder means order. There's nothing orderly about any of this. They're jumping around the room. The leader raises up her glass and welcomes everyone. So she's there. Now they got the wine glasses, the books in Hebrew. So I guess they just stop jumping about for a moment. The kitties sniff the Seder plate and break the matzah. Crack! So if you ever had it, I would not recommend having crack with matzah. Crack is a drug. It will ruin the Seder for you completely. Have the matzah, have the food for the Seder, and then go snort and sniff crack. Watch out for the bitter herbs. Horseradish might bite back. Oh, and you see this cat's got the thing with the paws and the purple horseradish there. Now this is the Gold's purple horseradish, which is usually less spicy and hot than the white. Usually. Not always. Usually. 4 questions are a special task. The youngest does her part. Now, Goyim already lost in what the hell we're talking about. In the Seder, youngest child has to ask 4 questions, not questions that the child actually has. They're written in the Haggadah. They're the same 4 questions every goddamn year, twice a year. So it's not like answering any questions that anybody really wants to know. It's just the same questions every time. Meow nishtana, the kitty sings. She knows it all by heart. I can make that up, folks. Meow nishtana. I wonder if they eat their own litter. Every kitty takes a turn to tell the history of weary slaves in Pharaoh's Egypt fighting to be free. Here's the Yul Brynner cat. Oh, well, he's got hair, so it's maybe not Yul Brynner, but he's got the naked legs, he's got the toga thing, he's got it going on. One kitty dresses up like Moses. Let my people go. But Pharaoh kitty stomps his paw and yells a frightful no. And not only does the cat have himself, but he's got a whole staff with him. Moses better be careful, he'll get a staph infection. Moving forward. Locusts, hail, and darkness come. Still, Pharaoh holds them fast. And by the way, there's very cute frogs there, which isn't mentioned in the text, but that is one of the plagues, along with people chanting Free Palestine. Here's another one. Once the plagues become too much, he sets them free at last. Free at last, free at last. Great Meow Almighty, they are free at last. They celebrate their freedom as they all break into song. Kitties twirl their tambourines. They bounce and dance along. Dance and yeah, to the Dayenu, which is a very danceable tune. Ilu hotzi yanu mimitzrayim. We are cats and we are dancing memory. All right. Next. When the festive meal is served, the kitties love each taste. Simis, kugel, macaroons, not one bite goes to waste. You know, it never occurred to me Purina would make any of these things. If they had Purina kugel chow, I would feed it. Well, I'd try it on my children first before I would taste it. But there you go. What could possibly be next in this cat Seder? It's afikomen searching time. Where can that matzah be? High and low the kitties go, but who will find it? Oh, me! So yeah, you got the cat going there. Don't forget Elijah. Oh, they forgot Elijah. With bellies full and joyful, kitties wish their guests good night. They clean and purr, a sudsy blur, till everything shines bright. It's very important if you're having a Seder and you get hot and sweaty, you have to keep your pussy clean. It is not good to have dirty, smelly, greasy pussies at the Seder. I'm not going to do that. I didn't even say that. You didn't hear that. One ear, what is it, the wiggling ears? One ear wiggles, then another. Passover is here. Kitties dream of what they'll do at Seder time next year. And now you can see how clean their Seder is. They got a mouse popping out of the matzah there. Must be a Horowitz margarita. And here's a note for families. That was the end of the book. Here's a note for families. Passover is a time to be thankful for freedom from slavery in Egypt. It's also the time to think about the blessings in our lives today. The kiddies are thankful to be able to celebrate Pesach together. What are you thankful for? The Passover table is a perfect place to share. Oh, and you know what? You can make a matzah cover just like the kitties. Here are the supplies you'll need. Supplies! A white handkerchief or napkin or a pillowcase. A permanent marker, so you don't use a pillowcase. Washable markers, a spray bottle, newspapers or paper bag, and a towel. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay the handkerchief. I happen to have a handkerchief with me with only marginal phlegm on it. Lay the handkerchief, napkin, or pillowcase folded flat on top of a paper bag or newspaper. Use permanent markers to write the Hebrew word for matzah or miautzah in honor of the kitties. Then using the markers, write or draw what you're thankful for. Remember, everything counts. Use the washable markers to scribble colors all over the hanky. Lay the handkerchief on a towel. Spray with water from the spray bottle. Oh, it's like tie-dyeing. And then the colors will spread. Hang to dry. Do not wash your matzah cover because the colors are not permanent. Yeah, I really want that covering matzah at my Seder plate. A filthy handkerchief covered with toxic chemical crayon paint. Really, really good. Anywho, what else? Is anything else in this book? Jenn Waldman, the authoress, grew up in Rhode Island, where she always had kitties cozy dozing on her lap. Yes, Jenna, we can see the... I'm not going to make a pussy. I'm not. She lives in the Bay Area with her husband and 2 boys and 3 cats. She's also the author of Purim Time and Sharkbot Shalom and Larry's Latkes. How did I miss these? You can visit her at JennaWaldman.com. And the illustrator, Erica Chen, she's also in San Francisco. She is the illustrator of Purim Time. When she's not drawing, she enjoys daydreaming about all the cute animals she will meet. So she probably has 10 cats in her house and hasn't seen a man since junior high school. All right? What else? Why is this night different from all other nights? It's filled with freedom plus feline fun. Let's hear what they say about this book. Publishers Weekly called it a non-stop celebration. School Library Journal said the kittens are fun, festive, and expressive. And Kirkus Reviews filled with movement and joy. Sounds like me in the bathroom this morning. I had a movement, and that filled me with joy. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been reading a Purr-Fect Passover for StoryTime on this Dave's Gone By episode of the air. If you want to find out more about me, myself, and I, my website is shalomdammit.com. Shalom, D-A-M-M-I-T, shalomdammit.com, because all my rabbinical reflections, my mini sermons are there. the stage show that I did, Shalom Dammit, off Broadway, the TV show that I did, the 10 episodes. They're hilarious and fun and full of Yiddishkeit and wonder and rage and wonder as well. ShalomDammit.com for all of that. Also, if you want to write to me, it is, ShalomDammit at AOL.com. And if you want to see my Twitter feed, it's at Rabbi Sol Solomon. It's not a Twitter feed, it's an X feed. I know it's an X feed now. Don't split hairs with me. At Rabbi Sol Solomon. All of that for you to connect with me to connect with you before our next weekend coming with Pesach. I will be back with another Passover story on the next episode of the show. But now it's time for me to bring back David, the host and producer of the program.